everybody, howdy. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. I won't catch the end of this. It's Saturday. Been running like crazy, and trying to outrun the wolves here. And got us a skeleton crew put together. That's my boy right there. That's my boy. He says howdy. But we're running red oak right now. We're sawing just tie logs, but now these logs are gonna be the big boys. We're putting back on the skid. They're kind of beefing up. And Levi's catching the beef up. So there's a tie stack down there, and there's a beef up there. And a few of you commented on the last picture about the tie box. Wait for your dad, boy. Wait. What's the bird? I don't know about it. Chipper, it's dull. Grinding the blocks. Been grading and having Bobby stack down there. got enough sharp teeth in here. Difficulties there and check out what's got going on. Today is we got a skeleton crew running Saturday. This is the first week of January. What you're seeing here is a Saturday of the first week of January. We got so many logs. Everybody knows that we need to get this thing moving, get this mill up and running good. Without, I don't want to scrimp on. There's a few things I don't want to scrimp on here. I don't want to make I don't want to move enough production that's hard on our equipment. Our people, especially our people, because we got good chemistry right now, and I don't want to take a chance on ruining that. Also, I don't want to scrimp on our maintenance. That's a problem. You know, the P and PC balance thing, those of you that don't know about P and PC balance and you're concerned about it, look it up. That's your production and your production capabilities. So, you got to make sure that stuff's in balance, and we're off balancing it right now into P, which is your production. So we're going to have to maybe run 2 weeks like that, and when we're going to back off and get back to our PC. This team that come in today, other than Skyler is kind of the part of the production team, and he come in today to help us. And Skyler, I know you're sick today. I wanted to thank you so much for coming in Saturday, buddy. It's crucial we had you today, and you come in to help us out. You know I love you, Bubba. I thank the world of Skyler. He's part of Mikey's bunch. Man, we got a good bunch. All right, well, turn to find out. I guess the last 20 times of operation, somebody forgot to do their pre-trip inspection, and her don't have hydraulic oil, and her don't have a leak either, so I don't even know. So it's been about out of oil for a year or two. So I'm gonna go put more oil in it. His stuff once a week. Oh yeah, I don't need that now. Everything's going great. I just told everybody on the video that yeah, that ain't gonna work so well. I told everybody on the video that the last 20 or 30 times that we ran this, somebody failed in a pre-trip inspection to realize it didn't have any hydraulic oil in it at all. The belt stopped running. I was like, why is the belt stopping? Which is a good time to add oil, when the belt stops. Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's being efficient because you don't want to crawl on up and on, you know, for no reason whatsoever. I'm gonna try to feed it some. In there to make it aggressive, but I don't want it too aggressive. You got to be careful. You got to keep on a grinder. You got to dull the head up just a little bit, or it'll just rake everything in like crazy. They're designed to kind of, it'll smoke a little bit, but all right. Well, thanks. A hell of a good day.
did?
Yeah.
What, about 3.5 hours really altogether?
Not too bad. 3.5
A
hours.
lot of it got put up there too.
Gotcha. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Not bad. Well, hell yeah, we ate the shit out of that pile. Oh man, I'm gonna have to take the motion. I'm trying to get back into running a grinder. I used to run a grinder years ago, for a few years there, and I lost it. I lost a lot of what I learned back in. Now, just running a grinder to the, you know, they say the less you know about something, the easier it is to come up with the solution. So, somebody watching this grinder run might think, well, this is pretty simple, just throw it in a hoe. Not exactly. The chipper's dull right now. We're trying to finish this little run up we got going on with a dull chipper. So I'm trying to, but we're on red oak, which is easy on a chipper. So I'm trying to help it along to get this last few minutes while Mikey makes his saws aligned, skids full, so we have a good Monday. When we start in Monday, we're going to start on red oak again. So other than battling the chipper, I'm trying to get my grinding done. I got to get these tie blocks knocked out. Now we are starting to sell some tie block firewood, and some people getting interested in it, but it's not taking off real quick, and my firewood's green, so it's not a lot of big help to everybody, because it's not like I'm sitting on a pile of dry firewood right now. We're selling it cheap, but we're just getting our system started. So for now, I'm throwing this stuff to the grinder. Running this grinder, it brings back old memories. And let me tell you all, those of you might be interested, and some of you out there, if you know a little bit more about this, help us out, because I kind of run on the Pareto principle, which is the 80-20 rule. I want to have 80% of this figured out, but the other 20%, the grinding professionals out there might be able to help us on the in the comment section. So those of you digging deep into this, look down in the comments, and you might find a little bit of information down there from some of the grinding, extensive grinding people. But let me get into this with y'all. A chipper slices wood. A grinder grinds the wood. So our machine is a Bandit, a 3680 recycler. Now the thing about our Bandit, it's not really a good primary breakdown machine. It can do it, but it's not like your big 850,000 horse Morbarks or Petersons, or even the big Bandits for that matter. We have our tool holders can handle a bunch of different teeth combinations. What our machine's designed to do is be a good finish machine that can do primary breakdown if it has to. That being said, the feed pressure for this hard tie blocks and stuff, the feed pressure is not the best. The cutter mill don't have the most durable cutter teeth and cutter tool holders, so to speak. So there is a bit of a learning curve here with our grinder. And I forgot all that stuff years ago, and it's bringing back up as I'm starting back in. Pulled this thing out of mothballs and started running again. Oh yeah, this, that, and the other. You got your rake, what I call your rake. I don't know. There's probably smarter terms out there, but here's my terms, and it is based off experience, not book knowledge. There's rake, so the wheel rakes the product in, and then it's got a poop. So it's got a screen in the back where it comes to the screen. Now you got two issues, or multiple issues. You can have too much rake, where it pulls in hard, breaks tool holders, kills your engine, real hard on the machine. Been there, done that. You know, that's when you're, especially on slabs, something long that once it starts in, it's just going in. You've got that issue. You've also got a burning issue, where with your head, if it's up too high on the axis of the wheel to where you run out of rake and you actually have no rake with dull teeth and you can't get no bite, and then it just sits there and burns, is what I'm dealing with somewhat on these tie blocks. As long as the tie blocks are one layer thick, so you keep it down low enough on the wheel where it'll rake without being too much rake. That's how you feed the product. On the back side of the screen, if you're running regrinds or you're running primary breakdown on stuff that's moist or cottonwood or something like that to where it's stringy, you can end up with blinding of the screen. That's where your screen gets so much stuff packed in it the product can't get out. And then it'll come out in chunks. You'll see it on a belt. It'll come out in chunks and chunks and chunks. You know, and there'll be an open spot, and it'll be blinded. And then your machine will be pulling down for no reason, you know. So that can be blinding of the screen. So you combat blinding of the screen with a wide tooth area, a wide surface area on your tooth, and your splitters or your rakers, you know, to make kind of a fan pattern to push material through your screen. And then, but your primary breakdown in the front, when you're breaking down something hard like these tie blocks, you want splitter teeth that works kind of like a hatchets or axes or splitting mauls or whatever. You know, same scenario. Okay. Problem is with this grinder, with our grinder, if you get it too sharp, you're creating a problem because you're going to end up with too much rake, and you're going to yank stuff in. You're going to be hard on equipment. You end up with too little, it'll sit there and smoke. So I only put about, we got a bunch of old dull teeth because we have been using this grinder for a finish machine for years. All we do with it, we do primary breakdown with Werner's chipper or something if we're doing logs or something of that nature, and we use our grinder for the regrinds. And that's where, so basically sharp teeth hasn't been an issue for us, and bark. Our teeth has not been, sharp teeth has not been an issue for us for years. Well, now I brought this thing out here and I'm like, well, I'm gonna run tie blocks, and also when we're running multiple rooms in this mill, I might want to throw trash in the grinder and stuff. So I set the grinder up, and we kill the kill switch every time we get done with it, so we don't have a battery power starter machine close to the building that can start a fire or something. You know, you kill the battery power, so all of the energy's killed on the machine when you go home, so you don't have to worry about a fire with that machine close to the building. You know, that's kind of a company no-no in our policy or company policy. Don't park machinery close to the building. So you got that. You got the diameter of the cutting wheel. You got the screen, which sets up your finished product size. And there we go. There you have it. So I'm learning all this stuff new, and I'm learning, or you know, again, and I'm learning when the tie blocks has to be one row deep into this feed chain to have proper rake for the head. If you put one on top of the other ones, and the feed wheel gets up on top of the second one, and then with as dull as I got the head right now, it won't chew through it, so it just sits there and smokes. And then we also got to sit here and smoke because we ran out of hydraulic oil because of the fact that I was leaking it in the from the feed wheel and didn't know it. So it was going through, and I didn't know it. So finally, the machine wouldn't run. I was like, "What the heck is going on?" So I dumped 10 gallon in. 2 minutes later, same problem. What the heck's going on? Finally, man, Perry raises the wheel up and realizes it's got a busted fitting on it. So we fixed the fitting and went back at it to get this done for the evening. All right, guys, I know that ain't much of a video. I apologize. It's been crazy this week, and that's the best I can come up with at the end. But the stuff with the grinder, I want to say, a guy can go down a rabbit hole like a son of a buck with a horizontal grinder, especially with something like a Bandit that's set up as a good. I've had a love-hate relationship with this Bandit since we bought it brand new in 2001. And I don't advise buying a grinder brand new, but we did. Because early on when we owned this grinder, we did a lot with primary breakdown. And it's not good. Bandit, a 3680 is not great for primary breakdown. But they are a wonderful, splendiferous finish machine. And our priorities was finishing mulch. We wanted to make sure the mulch we sold was perfect. We want to sell the perfect mulch, and we want to be known for selling the perfect mulch. Whether it is an ideology or something arbitrary that gets you nowhere in the long term, so be it. But that's what we're going down with, is the fact that we make good mulch. And
the Bandit 3680 could really get us good mulch, and it has for many years. It'd be 23 years, going on 23 years now that thing's gave us good mulch. So why stop now? You know. But when it comes to the primary breakdown, as long as you take your 3680 and you make sure your teeth you pay very close attention to that cutter head. You want it dull, but just dull enough. You want it sharp, but just sharp enough. You want splitters, but you also want enough fan action you can get it through the screen. But all that stuff together in the right size screen, in the right feed rate, chain speed, and height of the product on the feed wheel will get you the results you're after. So we're tickled to pink with it that we got it and using it and all that stuff. And I'm not trying to do a sales pitch for Bandit or nothing like that, but I am saying anybody out there struggling with this or anything like that, keep at it. You'll get it. Cause I went through Hades with this thing back when we first got it. I was too young, too uneducated, and all that stuff. And I learned everything the hard way. But boy, when you learn something, they say when you learn something the hard way, that's when you learn it. And anyways, thanks everybody for watching. I hope everybody have a wonderful day. And let me know what you all think, and let me know what you all want, and let me know if you all got any advice, and give it to me on there in the comment section. Thanks everybody. Have a great day.